Do it justice.
Not this point.
If your name starts with a vowel, pay attention.
Because I'm sitting on this table, do they think I'm an idiot? Do they think I'm stupid? Do they think I'm just not worth anything? That I'm just sitting up here making a fool of myself? These are all thoughts that I'm sure you believe that I should not be thinking about myself. And if you think this, you are absolutely correct. However, the sad thing is that most of us in our everyday life view ourselves just like this. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the causes of low self-esteem, the problem about how the damages are so vital in people's lives, and how you can put an end to it. So first off, let's talk about the meaning of low self-esteem. It simply means that you don't have a very high opinion of yourself. It affects the way you think about yourself, the way you treat yourself, and ultimately the way you are treated by others. The causes of this are very many different things throughout your life, such as neglect, abuse, not meeting certain standards from like parents or peers, or even your personal standards, having the absence of praise or warmth or affection or interest in yourself, you know? It can also come from stress in your life, whether it's from relationships or finances or even a class called public speaking. Throughout my life, my low self-esteem that I used to have was caused mainly from being hard on myself, which in and of itself isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I was beating myself up over insignificant small little things, which shouldn't have been being done, and it caused overthinking and insecurity throughout my life. Christine Weber, psychotherapist and health writer, claims that there are 7 problems of low self-esteem. It makes you feel as if you hate yourself, you need to be perfect. You hate your body, you feel like a failure, or you're worthless. It makes you feel fear or anger, or you feel like you need to please people. And these are problems that can all be solved, but if they are not treated, they can lead to much worse things throughout your life, such as depression. It can lead to people cutting themselves, feeling like they need to drown out the sorrows from the rest of their life by inflicting physical pain on their own selves. It can even lead to suicide, with people getting up on that ledge and deciding to jump off of it because they convinced themselves of the lie that society would be better off without them. This is the #1 reason people kill themselves, is because they believe they are not wanted. And that is something that really needs to be treated and changed. So, throughout life, we all have at times these thoughts, but even celebrities, people with great success, have these thoughts, and they have certain ways they think we should treat it. So first off, I'm going to give a few quotes. They are from, first off, Lucille Ball, a famous actress. She says, "Love yourself first, and everything else falls into line. You really have to love yourself to get anything done in this world." Another quote is from model and actress Marilyn Monroe. "Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are," she says. Author Norman Peale says, "Believe in yourself. Have faith in your abilities. Without a humble but reasonable confidence in your own powers, you cannot be successful or happy." And Brigham Young, 1880s American pioneer, said, "Why should we worry about what others think of us? Do we have more confidence in other people's opinions than we do our own?" But one of my most favorite quotes is from someone I look up to very much, who's come into my life more recently and just kind of impacted me in so many different ways. And he just said, "You end up thinking you're worse than you actually are." This statement is from Dr. Thomas McCarthy, a professor at Anoka Ramsey Community College. He said this referring to doing a simple thing such as a speech. He's saying when you watch a simple video of yourself doing a speech, that you realize you didn't do as bad as you thought you did, and he's like, you know, you don't have to be as hard on yourself as you did. So, there are 3 things that I believe you need to do when, and studies have shown, to get out of this pit of low self-esteem. First off, it's to realize you are unique. Look around this room at each other, alright? There's no one in this room that looks exactly like you. Even identical twins have distinguishing features like a mole or a beard that make them look different than their identical twin. But that's not the only thing that makes you unique. You also all have experienced different things throughout your life. And from these experiences, you've got different memories. Okay, so like, no one, think about this. Throughout history, throughout this world, no one has experienced exactly what you have experienced. And if you think you can contribute nothing to society from what you've experienced, and if no one else has experienced what you've experienced, then there's something wrong in your thinking going on. But I haven't even touched on all the things that make you unique. Your personality makes you unique. Your interests, beliefs, thoughts, goals, they all make you who you are. And these uniqueness features make you special. And yet we hear this and we just sit here and like, man, I'm not as good as this person, or I'm not as successful as this person, or I'm not as attractive as this person. We sit here comparing ourselves to others. And the reality of life is that comparison, as a friend once told me, is a thief of joy. It just takes away all the joy you have in life, and it just brings you down. And what I've kind of realized in life is that you need to focus on who you are, not who you could be. You were made to be you as an individual, not necessarily all you women weren't meant to be Jennifer Lawrence, or all you men weren't meant to be Brad Pitt, you know? You were made to be you. And so finally, I want to talk to you about you are loved. There are people in your life that care about you. There are people that would sacrifice their time, their money, and potentially even their life for you. And if you're sitting here like thinking, man, Grady, can't really think of anyone who would sacrifice their life for me, I want to tell you that someone in history has. And his name is God. Now, before you tune out, I want to say that you can view what I'm about to say as either the truth or just a loving story, alright? But stick with me. So God had a son, his name is Jesus, and Jesus died because he loved you. And now God sacrificed his son because he wanted to have you, give you the chance for eternity with him. It's a chance. There's not even a money-back guarantee that you're going to take this option and run with it, you know? But God loved you so much that he wanted to make sure that you had this opportunity to be with him. But even if you don't believe that, what I want you to take away today is that everything throughout this low self-esteem journey is all mental. Once you realize you are unique, you're special, and you are loved, you realize you're not a failure. Just because you fail at a few small things doesn't mean you're a failure. You're not worthless. You shouldn't beat yourself up over small things in life. And how can you expect people to think highly of you if you don't even think highly of yourself? The only way you can change your low self-esteem is by you. You can't sign a petition. You can't buy some extra product. You can't donate to charity. It's not going to be easy at everything you do, but you can change how you live and how you're treated in life by changing your mentality. It doesn't matter how you've lived in the past, or where you're from, or what you believe in, to know that low self-esteem is a major cause of many problems in today's world. The only way this can be fixed is if you decide to make a change. So when you are being yourself and doing what you love, don't worry so much about getting approval or acceptance. This means you need to stop dwelling on what people think about you when you just do simple things like sitting on a table.